guys, Whispering Tactician back again with another video, and today we have the Game Week 2 preview. Some interesting games coming up this weekend. Last weekend was such a sensational weekend, no draws at all. That's a good weekend, a sign of a good weekend. But of course, before we move on, hit the like button as it helps the channel so much. Comment down below, let me know what you think of the fixtures, and of course, subscribe. But the first fixture we are going to be looking at is Liverpool versus Burnley. Now, this fixture, I'm expecting Liverpool to win, but Burnley always cause Liverpool a bit of problems. Liverpool could potentially have Jordan Henderson back and Thiago, as well as Curtis Jones, and potentially Ibrahima Konate could start in his first game for the club. Burnley didn't get off to a brilliant start. Some issues there, but I think Burnley will be a fan this season, but I don't think they'll win this game. I think Liverpool will get through this game, and I'm going for a Liverpool win 2-0. But it'll be an interesting game on Saturday, to say the least. We'll see how Burnley do and how Liverpool cope, if there's any surprises there. The next game that we are going to be looking at, this is the start of the 3 o'clock kickoffs. So the first 3 o'clock kickoff we're going to be looking at is Aston Villa versus Newcastle. Now, I find this game interesting because Aston Villa lost their game and Newcastle lost their game. They both have something to prove, and especially Aston Villa in front of their home fans. First time since they lost to Grealish. So they're going to be looking to entertain their fans. Newcastle lost in front of their fans against West Ham, and it's going to be interesting to see how they bounce back from that. I'm going for an Aston Villa win because I think Aston Villa have the better players, and I think Newcastle, again, I'm predicting them to struggle this season. I think Aston Villa really need to start getting into the groove. I mean, they started finding their way into the game after about 70 minutes. But Watford were too good for them on the first game week, and Newcastle did well, but they crumbled. They just need to do better. But I'm going for an Aston Villa win on that game. The next game that we are looking at is Crystal Palace versus Brentford. Now, it's an interesting game because Crystal Palace lost and Brentford won. I would have thought it'd have been, I thought both teams would have lost last week, but Brentford look like they're a bright side. They look like they've got a little bit about them. They look like they could be upsetting a few teams this season, or they could just have, an early season bounce. And Crystal Palace just need to get into the groove of things. They've got a new manager, they've got new players as well. I can see the game being a draw because both teams don't want to lose. Yeah, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in this game. The next game we are looking at, another 3 PM kickoff in the UK, is Leeds versus Everton. I think this is the game that I'm probably going to be tuning in for, the 3 o'clock ones, because I'm a fan of both teams and the way they play, or the way they have been playing over the last year or so. Leeds play expansive football. I think that Calvin Phillips is going to be back for that as well. Everton, they've got a new manager, played very well on the opening day. Leeds in front of their fans again for the first time in the Premier League. The stadium's going to be rocking, Ellen Road is going to be rocking. I'm going to go with a Leeds win, 2-0. 2-0 to Leeds. I think Everton, they'll do well during the season, but this might just be the games like where they fall down. You know, these teams around them, like they might not do as well in these games, but they'll definitely give Leeds a game. In my opinion, they could even win it, but I think Leeds in front of their own fans will just want to put on a show, and you know, everything will just go well for Leeds. So I'm going for a Leeds victory, 2-0. Probably Bamford to score or something, you know, like normal. And then we're moving to the last 3 o'clock kickoff. Manchester City versus Norwich. Again, just from the offset, Man City are getting players back. I think KDB is going to be fully back for this game. Norwich didn't play very well in their first game. I was very disappointed with the challenge that they gave to Liverpool. It was just they kind of just fell at Liverpool's feet. They didn't look very convincing. I can see nothing but a City 2-0 with Norwich not even, you know, giving City like a proper game. I hope they do, because you know they're gonna go back down very quickly if they don't switch on, and it's only the first game of the season that I'm analysing, but they've got to do a bit better. I'm gonna go with a, let's say 3-0 City, because City like to, you know, play these types of teams anyway. Moving to the next game, and this next game is the 5:30 kickoff. It is Brighton versus Watford. An interesting game, because Brighton and Watford will be down there, you know, if they don't get the points required during the season, they could be down there. So this could be an important game right at the start of the season. Brighton, you know, I always say they play lovely football, but Watford, I was very impressed with them on the first day, but they're away. This is their first away game. Brighton, I can see a draw in this game. I can see like a 2-2 draw where both teams score, and both teams just kind of take a point. It's early in the season. We'll take a point. We'll keep it moving. And yeah, I think we might see a few more draws in the second game week. So I think this is going to be my draw. 5 kickoff as well on a Saturday, so fans can get down nice and early to that stadium anyway. But yeah, next game we are looking at is the Sunday games. Southampton versus Manchester United, 2 PM. Now Southampton, they've lost Danny Ings. They lost on the first game of the season as well. Manchester United did win 5-1. They've got players coming back. They've got Sancho, I think Varane might start as well. A lot of things that are going right for Manchester United right now, but are they going to win this game? Are they primed to win this game? Are they primed to stamp their authority on this game finally? I think Southampton will give them a game. I think people are writing Southampton off too easily. They've got a decent replacement for Ings. They've also they've lost Vestergaard, I think, but I don't think they'll be affected as much as people are saying. I'm gonna go with in this game particularly, I'm gonna go with a 2-0 victory for Manchester United, just because of how good Man United are at this point in time. And I think early in the Manchester United in this game. At the same time, of course, we've got another game. We've got Wolves versus Spurs. Now Spurs lost their game on Thursday 1-0 away from home. And Nuno Espirito Santo is going back to Wolves. This is going to be a bit of an emotional game, I guess, for some of the Wolves players. Some of the Wolves, for Nuno himself even, because he's going back to, the place where he kind of made his name, and the fans love him over there. But it's a weird one because Spurs, they've just come off beating Man City as well. Wolves didn't play. Actually, what was their score? I think did they win or did they? I can't remember. I can't even remember. But yeah, I think Spurs will get the better of them. Even though they lost that midweek, I think Spurs will win. I'm going for a 1-0 Spurs win. To beat Wolves at the Molineux. And yeah, Wolves will have fans back in the stadium. I think it'd be amazing for them, but I don't know if it'll make a difference to the result. The final game on Sunday is a big six clash, big six clash, because Arsenal they've not finished top, so Arsenal are going to be playing Chelsea. Arsenal have to turn up in this game, simple as, because if they even put in the standard Arsenal performances, Chelsea are going to wipe the floor with them. Arsenal have to turn up as they normally do against Chelsea, and if they do, they have a chance. But Chelsea have the likes of Lukaku, they've got a side that's just won a trophy. I think it was last week against Villarreal. They've just won their first game of the season. Everything's positive at Chelsea. How are Arsenal going to deal with that? Arsenal, everything's negative. I'm going to go with a Chelsea win. I think Chelsea are more primed or in a better position to take advantage. And the final game of the second game week is West Ham versus Leicester. West Ham, wow, they performed very well in game week 1. I was very impressed with them, and so did Leicester. Leicester were very good. They were decent. Because I didn't actually watch the whole game, but from highlights I could tell they were decent. West Ham were very, very good in the second half. This will be an interesting game. I'm definitely tuning into this game. West Ham, this is a tough prediction, but I'm going to go with a Leicester 2-1 win against West Ham. I know the fans are back for West Ham, and the West Ham fans, they don't really like the stadium from what I can tell, but they're going to be there supporting their team. I think Leicester will just be too much for them, even with fans. I think Leicester will come there with a better game plan and beat them, so I'm going to go with a 2-1 victory for Leicester. But anyway guys, that has been the Game Week 2 preview. Let me know how you think your team will fare, and I'll catch you on